Hey guys, so today I thought I'd switch it up a bit and do my curly hair routine. I feel like there's so many expensive curly hair products, but no one ever does the simple bare minimum. Your curls will look nice if you do this. It looks bad, doesn't it? Listen, I was being lazy and I haven't washed my hair in so long. By so long, I mean like a week. A week and 4 days.
Oh, that's nasty.
Because I usually wash it like every four days. So what I like to do, obviously, is I'm going to wet my hair. The products that I'm going to be using are so simple. Everyone has them in their home. As you can see, my hair is wet, very freaking wet. I'm wearing clothes, by the way, that's why I feel so weird. So the first thing I'm going to do, obviously, shampoo. The shampoo I like to use, we get these from Costco. They're like the big jugs of the Pantene. It's the Pantene, the multitasker. It moisturizes, detangles, protects, strengthens, smooths.
But wait, there's more.
Protects bonds, improves shines, repairs damage, heat protects, softens, everything that I want. And then it tells you the ingredients on the back and what each ingredient does. We're gonna be shampooing our hair 3 times today. Yes, 3 times, because I have a lot of buildup in my hair and I just like to have a clean slate as possible. I just like to pump about this much into my hands. Maybe one more pump. And I recently got a curly haircut. Well, I did it myself. Because I was checking these girls around me who do really beautiful curly haircuts, but their curly haircuts are like $400.
Oh, okay.
Bro, I'm like, I can't afford that. So I'm like, why don't I just find a picture that I really like of someone's hair that I really like the shape, and why don't I just do that myself? So I took some scissors and I went to town and I lost a lot of length, but we're gonna see if it's worth it or not. Okay, so now it's like drying up. As you can tell, my hair is like poofing back up, so we're gonna just wash it out again.
2,000 years later.
Okay, now that our hair is, the shampoo is fully washed out, what I like to do is I like to go in with a XOXO shampoo. So it's gonna be, ignore the tape. I had to tape it when I was traveling, so, and I was like, it doesn't really come off. So it's the Nezoro anti-dandruff XOXO 1% anti-dandruff shampoo. This is, it's a bit pricey, but I personally don't like having dandruff or dry hair, and I have like a really dry scalp. So what I do is I put this in my hair and I leave it on for like 5-10 minutes, like a mask in my scalp, and then I wash it out, and it really helps with dry scalp. And I've noticed way less dandruff with this. You can also just get Head and Shoulders, but I prefer to just get the actual just active ingredient in it, you know what I mean? You're not gonna use too much, you're gonna use like that much, and this is gonna lather. That's why, to get all the oil and residue out of your hair, you should do like the regular shampoo first and then this, because this is gonna lather really well into your hair. This is the area where I get most of my dandruff, so I'm just gonna separate in between and make sure I'm getting in between, and especially in the back of my head. And if you don't have any more product, it's fine, because like when you do like this, it's gonna lather up really well. So you're just gonna scoop it and put it in the back, scoop it, put it in the back, and then I'm gonna run that through my entire head. And I'm gonna leave it in for like 5-10 minutes, and then I'll rinse it out and come back. Okay, now that the product is washed out of my hair, we're gonna go in with our last shampoo.
You're joking. Not another one? Oh, for God's sake.
This is the Giovanni Eco Chic Hair Care, the 50/50 Balance Hydrating Clarifying Shampoo. And you know, when you use a lot of products as a curly hair person, you get a lot of residue on your scalp. So what I like to do is use a clarifying shampoo so that I can strip, because this is moisturizing. So it strips the hair of all like the residue and the buildup, but it doesn't make your hair super dry and crunchy. So because it's important to find that balance. So yeah, I'm just gonna scrub this like a normal As you can see, it's like lathering up really well because we already used 2 other shampoos. And we didn't really go hard on scrubbing on the other one, so this one we're gonna want to go like a little harder, you know. I'm gonna go ahead and wash it out, come back, and then we're gonna start the final steps of my curly hair routine. Okay, now I'm gonna section off my hair and use the Pantene conditioner, which I'm running out of. I kind of like to use this amount per section because, again, if you're a curly girl, you're a curly hair girl, you know how much conditioner we go through. It's actually crazy. So I just flip this over and I do this side first, and then I detangle it with this brush. I used to use a Denman brush, but I feel like this brush works so much better and it doesn't cause any breakage, for me at least. Like I said, I haven't washed my hair in 2 weeks. My hair should be super tangled, but you see how easily it's going through? Like, you can rake your fingers through it. And then all I like to do is just smooth it through. Just smooth it through, and it should like detangle really easily. See, I prefer to do it with the brush because it's just easier, because now my fingers are just like running through it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just detangle all my hair. Obviously start from the bottom and then go slowly up. Also, I forgot to tell you guys, here's some tips. So when you're detangling your hair, instead of doing it like this and going down, do it like this, because it gives your hair more space to get in and be brushed through, because it just makes it easier like this. It just makes it so much easier. And also, if while you're detangling this side is gonna dry up, so always add water back into this side so you don't start ripping out your hair on this side. And something I like to do too is take my brush and put it at an angle like this, scoop it underneath, push back, and then go around like this. And then it's gonna give you like bouncy freaking curls. It's such an awesome little hack. My hair is super smooth and slick now. As you can see, you can run your fingers through it and it's super bouncy, so I love that. Now we're just gonna rinse this out, and then we're gonna do the final step of the routine. With your hair soaking wet, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take more of our conditioner. Again, I said super affordable. We're just gonna take the same conditioner we washed our hair with. Make sure it is not mainly coconut oil, because it's gonna be really greasy. Like, this one has coconut oil, but it's not the main ingredient, so that's fine. For example, I have this one. This is the Shea Moisture 100% virgin coconut oil. This one's greasy, so this one's gonna hydrate your hair, but you can't leave it in your hair. So we're gonna take that much. We're gonna rake it through our hair. That much for this entire side. We're gonna rake it through our hair. Split our hair into 2. You're just gonna rake it through, rake it through, rake it through. And you wanna make sure your hair is dripping wet. That's why I like to do this in the shower. Dripping, dripping wet. If I wasn't recording, I would still have the shower running so that I can stick my head back in the shower so it's even wetter. And then you're gonna wanna squeeze so they clump together. You just wanna rake, but squeeze with your thumb. Rake, squeeze, rake, squeeze. There we go. And make sure to get the underneath. Here's where I get a lot of frizz. And don't forget the roots. Everyone says like don't put it on your roots, don't put it on your roots. I need to put it on my roots, personally. And then we have that for that side. I'm gonna take some, I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna take some, the rest is on your hand. I'm gonna flip your hair back. I'm gonna go like this. Again, it might feel a little slippery and glossy, but it's not all gonna stay in our hair because we're gonna scrunch it out with water. Now, I have a cup of water. I would do this with the water running, obviously, but I can't do that for the video, so this is gonna be a little harder, so I'm just gonna hold it like this, I guess. And we're gonna just put water throughout our hair. Take out some of the product. Rehydrate the hair. You don't wanna take it all out. add moisture back into the hair. Take some water in your hand and you're gonna scrunch it. You hear that? That's what you want to hear. Take some more water in your hands. Again, I would be doing this with the shower running. Scrunch, 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 scrunch. We're gonna rake our hands through our hair. And we're gonna use some gel. I use the Wetline Extreme Gel. This is the best gel ever. I've tried the Eco Style. I've tried a lot of other gels, but this is just so good. And I use the green one. It's the Pro Expert 10 times one, and the green one, and then it's like really jelly. So we're just gonna take some in our hands, about this amount, and we're gonna rake it through our hair. Again, this is what I like to do. I prefer to do this when it's super wet, so that my hair, it doesn't make my hair straight, if that makes sense. Go underneath, underneath, underneath. I'm gonna take a little bit more gel. I like to put more gel back here because this part is so dry. Then I'm gonna put it on the top. I'm gonna do the back too. And then we're just gonna leave the front just alone because we're gonna do that separately. And then we're gonna do the same to the other side. Want me to get some water first? Because your hair should always be dripping wet. When you're doing your hair, should always be dripping wet no matter what. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of gel. We're gonna take some gel, both hands. We're gonna rake it through. And if it's harder, if it starts getting harder and harder to rake your fingers through, that means your hair is not dry enough. I mean, it's not wet enough. Top, top. A little bit more gel. Put it on the bottom. We just take it and just put it on the bottom. The front, I like to finger coil because the front of my head isn't as curly as the rest. So I like to just take my fingers and go like that. And this is kind of time consuming, but I promise it's so worth it. All right, and that's it. The last thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna let this air dry.